from here from the
Hi, so I was craving some salted foam yesterday, so I prepped it with some honey and some salt, and then I just brewed black tea today. It's currently 7:30, so I still have like 3.5 more hours until my next class, or my first class, because I'm skipping my very first one because I'm a little bit behind lectures, but I'm gonna I have a case study due today for my psychology class, so I'm gonna work on that first, and then I have a quiz in the class that I'm actually going to, so I'll stay for that.
And then eventually, after like everything's done, like she's like noted their name.
I didn't film the rest of last night because I was kind of busy. I dyed my hair. I don't know if you can tell from the previous clips like the difference. It's a little darker. I quite like it. I needed a little touch up because my roots were growing out. But this morning was busy too, so did my black tea foam thing from yesterday because it was so good. Currently in my psych lab where I work as a research assistant, we only had one participant today. So I'm just finishing up with their stuff. I'm closing out for this session. I don't have classes today, so after this we'll probably just go to my other lab where I work as a like undergrad, like not research assistant because I don't really be researching, but I like help clean up the lab and whatnot, and that one I get paid for. This one I do not, but I love this one. Today's Wednesday. Woke up a little early to study for my anatomy lab quiz because we have one at the beginning of lab every week. I also have a daily Chinese quiz that I have to study for as well. But I wanted to talk about the books I'm currently reading. So first we have the physical copy, The End of August by Yu Miri, and as you can see, this book is thick. I was like, oh, I haven't read a thick book in so long. Usually the books I read are around 300 or less, and I'm trying to ease my way out of that and read more longer books as well. But for some reason I decided to just jump the gun and get one that's 700 pages. Currently like 170 I think pages in, as you can see, like 1/5 maybe of the way through. I have renewed this book 3 times in the past month and a half that I've had it in my possession because I got it from the public library. I think that the style of writing is really creative, but I'm just not a fan of it, and I don't think it really, I think it makes me confused. Also, the amount of time I'm putting down and picking back up this book, the gaps between make me more confused as I pick it up again. I'm probably not gonna finish this, but I do enjoy the creativity behind it, and it's something different than I usually read, genre wise as well. And then I do have one on my iPad that I'm reading, and it's The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. Obviously a classic. Y'all probably have heard of this. I've heard many things. So I wanted to read it. It's been a while since I've read a literature classic. Absolutely love it. Love the writing. This is a book I usually read in my lunch breaks and whatnot because I always have my iPad on me, and not always do I have this thick book on me. So I'm only 20% of the way done. I really enjoy the storyline thus far. I can kind of see how it's developing, but we'll have to see if my intuition is right. I was in like a little reading slump previously to this. I hadn't read a book in like maybe 2-3 weeks, or I hadn't finished one. And I had 2 other books that I checked out from the library at the same time. So I brought those home for spring break, read both of those because I just had so much time. So finished those. One was The April 3rd Incident by Yu Hua, one of my favorite authors. And then Kudos by Rachel Cusk. I read the whole series from her, the Outline, Transit, and Kudos. Really enjoyed her writing style. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I saw a lot of good things, so I was like, okay, let me check it out, and I ended up reading the whole thing. So I'm really glad that I got out of that. However, I feel like ever since we got back from spring break, I've been hounded by assignments and exams, so I haven't had the time to really intentionally read. So hopefully April's gonna be really busy, but hopefully I can find some downtime in between my classes or during lunch breaks as usual. Start reading again. I'm gonna continue studying for my anatomy and Chinese quiz, and then pack up and head off to class.
It would go from here, from the right atrium to the right ventricle.